Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Classic Plastic, and at long last, we are on the very, very final game of what was supposed to be the official ending to my Castlevania marathon that started way back in March 2020. Yeah, that far back. We are now on to Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on the PS4. All right. Which is by far one of the best games that Koji Igarashi has produced in recent days. And one that I think would really benefit from a PS5 upgrade. Oh, and Xbox Series X if you have one of those. Alright. So, what all can be said about this game that hasn't been said? Well, the fact that it had a very, very successful Kickstarter funding, better, which is, in my opinion, 10 times way better than Mighty Number 9, which had to be very disappointing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. And they have been adding additional content since its release, along with a bunch of touch-ups and updates, especially for the Switch version, which I'm going to stress right now is not the version you want to play. One thing I will do for a bonus is the classic mode, which is pretty much a shameless homage to the original Castlevania 1. So, right now, let's go ahead and get started with the main game. Start with the new game. Start with my initials. Yes. I'm going to do this Miriam, and we're going to put this on normal. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get started. Different little tidbits. Anyways. All right.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the Church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jeeble, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years had passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jeeble is the architect of this new, blood-stained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
So yeah, it should be noted that game is very heavy on dialogue. So, anyways. And Miriam looks an awful lot like Shanoa from Order of Ecclesia. And that sexy
Johannes,
tattoo.
Are you certain it was...
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know. I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
So yeah, it's very similar to like any of the Symphony of the Night games. Let's clean up his shoes. Let's go for a knife because I've always preferred weaponry such as that. All right.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
Oh.
I'll take care of it.
Very much like Summer Cruise.
Was that a shard?
I don't know, was it?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone. And I'm going to need all the power I can get. If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
And I should note to all you Persona fans, as well as Dragon Ball Super Broly fans, that is Erica Limbeck voicing Miriam. And I think she did a damn good job at that. Now then. Wish I had a short sword instead, but we can start with a knife. Yeah, I know.
This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
So, use the Force. Also, I want to point out and show off something real quick. Hold up when you're not equipped. And... ooh, freaking la la. Anyways. Alright, climb aboard. There we go. Need to re-familiarize how I dash backwards. Alright. Hang on. So I want to try and at least get a couple levels up. Ow! There we go. Alright. Doubt it's any good. Better than nothing. Anyways. Yeah, nope. Let's see now. So, one of the earliest problems that this game had was it would crash if you were to read from a bookshelf. Thankfully, they fixed practically all of them. Anyways, guess I want to save. And that should look familiar if those of you had watched my playthroughs on Curse of the Moon 1 and 2. More specifically, the second game. Now then, let's see what we got over here. That's another potion. That's okay. We can use it. Definitely use it. Alright, let's see what's in here. There we go. Now, that will be gritty on your ears as time goes by, but still. Now. Boom! So the shards are very much like soul systems from Aria and Dawn of Sorrow. Now then. Nice shot. Personally, there's a shard called a True Arrow, which I think is the better of the two. And it is super helpful. Ow. There we go. Really want a better weapon. Oh, and just like Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, there are handguns as weapons that you can get. But those actually require ammo. So don't count on me on using them. To me, all they are is just ways of getting more money. There we go. Galleon map. All right. Short sword. Finally, a better weapon. Although there is one particular weapon I do want to make later in this game. And if you played Symphony of the Night, then you know perfectly well what weapon I'm talking about. Alright, let's see here. As far as saving and loading, especially loading between areas, this is where I think this game would benefit from a PS5 upgrade. And I don't mean playing this on PS5 installed the SSD, no, I mean a PS5 version of this game. Just like they did with Jedi Fallen Order a while back. You know what? Let's go back. So I want to see what's in those areas over there. As any of the Ninja Turtles would say, cool off, sucker. I do love the cel-shaded graphics in this. They have come a long way since the PS1 days. Plus, in my opinion, they tend to age better compared to photorealistic graphics. Again, that's just my opinion. And as candles do act like your ammo replenishing, or in this case, your MP. Kind of like how hearts for your sub-weapons ammo. Got your hairband, and if you pay close attention, there we go. Beautiful. All right, and there's a hidden wall there, but first. Musketoon. I'm not using that. There we go. A lot of money and a MP upgrade. Perfect. I'm glad I went back. Now then. Other than Koji Igarashi returning as producer, I'm amazed he was able to get Michiru Yamane up for the music. And her work is still just as amazing as ever. Since she is no longer with Konami and became a freelancer. Now then. Nope, you go the other way. Excuse me. Now then. Okay, thank you. Now, hang on. So, some of the higher spot areas I will revisit later when I get a couple of other abilities. Mainly double jump. I know there's a high jump ability. I can't remember if you find that or if you have to forge it. I'll be able to remember once I get to it. There, took care of him. Ghosts. Which they take an obnoxious amount of hits to kill. And to me, that's just wrong. Anyways. Ew. Fried calamari, anyone? That's a two-handed sword. Hang on. Yeah. No. That is slow. Yes, it's powerful, but I'm sorry, I just don't like slow weapons. And we got some seeds which we can use to plant veggies. Gotcha. And I feel foolish, but oh well. Ow! The shield over. A whip. Unfortunately, as cool as it looks, not nearly as good as, say, the Belmont family's vampire killer whip. Doesn't look perfect. Now, the more shards you get of the same type, I want to see the more efficient they become, but I'll have to get a reminder later. Anyways, come on board. Alright. Yeah. No. That's a reminder of my older parts I don't want to see. There. Fucking rats. Ugh. Anybody that knows exactly what I'm talking about knows what a nightmare they are to deal with. Alrighty.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me... Our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jebel, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Jebel, wait!
And we are at our first boss fight. Now then. Ow. Ah, you bitch. Hold on. Alright, fairly simple, but you do have to pay attention. Pick up. Ow. Ow. Wrong direction. There we go. Beat. Crystallizes and you get their shard. Now then.
I saw it. Just a flicker. That was the Jebel I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Bloodstained.
That voice should be very familiar.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jebel summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Alright, moving on. So we're gonna find the save room after a few more talkative scenes, and then we're gonna call it a part. I believe it's here. Yep.
Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
Yeah, I noticed some of the text is missing.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
Alrighty, so if you played this game before, hold on.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
But that's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right. But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
If you played this game before Curse of the Moon 2, then yeah, there's one character already here that all I can say is did not expect to be playable. Anyways, so let's hit up our shops before we save and call it apart.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you, if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
may accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around? Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving, if you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
Oh, hello! I hope you're ready to loosen those purse strings.
Dominique, what is all this machinery?
That is photographic equipment we've been working on.
Photographic?
To put it more plainly, it allows me to capture images of real life, landscapes, people.
What? Really? Can I try it?
Unfortunately, I don't have the silver bromide I need.
I'll see if I can find it. Be right back.
So yeah, this was a time before photography was the norm. Anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and visit Johannes before we save.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them. What are we transmuting this time?
So this is how you can craft stronger weapons as well as potions and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get a better sword. Here we go.
I'll go with this.
There, all done.
Any armors? Here we go.
I'll go with this.
Yahar!
I like it.
Here we go. Bat wings, huh? I really want to get that gunman's scarf. So that's actually pretty damn helpful. Alright. Let's go ahead and at least get the country dress.
I'll go with this.
There, all done.
You can also make meals, which I guarantee you, they're going to help because if you look at the bottom left, you'll see first-time bonuses. They'll increase, like, your health, MP, and all that. Now, that's when you eat these dishes for the very first time. After that, all they'll do is just restore health or your MP. Very helpful stuff regardless. Anyways, and enhanced shards. Alright. Anyways,
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you.
Hence, money.
I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
And I just explained that. Anyways. And yeah, there you have it. So, we're gonna go ahead and call it a part here, but other than that, it's pretty much the gist of this game so far. See you next time, guys.